Day one in the books. What did you guys think of getting out there? And I know you probably wanted to be outside, but it was in the Walker Pavilion. But what did you think about day one?
I had a lot of fun. Practice, there was a lot of energy. Guys were flying around all over the place, and it was good to have the first day and the new offense, reading coverages, and working out with the boys.
It was great to me just being out there to see what my teammates currently what they're able to do, and just really getting back in the groove of everything. It's been a little minute, so I'm glad to be back.
What are your thoughts on the new front? I know you guys will be doing a lot of different things up front, but it looks like maybe primarily 3 down linemen and then that kind of hybrid jack. What are your thoughts on how is it different, I guess, for you?
To be honest, really nothing changed. Week to week, depending on who your opponent is, you go through like different schemes, and you just basing everything off what the opposing team that you're going against, what they do. So it was plenty of games last year where we ran 3-4 or 4-3. So we got packages like that now. So it just depends on who we may face team wise, and what we going how we gonna fit things when it comes to time to doing that.
Just for both of you guys, from the transition to the from the training cycle, I guess, whatever you want to call it, to actual practices, what were some of the things y'all were able to do to kind of make that a seamless transition? Were you able to like kind of go over going station to station, how the periods would go and stuff?
I think we spent a lot of time up here, and we do spend a lot of time up here just like I said, preparing for the season ahead, spring ball and fall camp, and then again going into season. I know our coaches spend a lot of time with us also installing since they new here, so they just more focused on who can adapt to the scheme, who and how fast can they pick it up, and just knowing everybody individually as a player and what their capabilities of executing.
Yeah, the offseason was a lot of fun. Coach Franklin and the guys had a great offseason program, and everybody got bigger, faster, and stronger, so that was a good thing. I think the guys on the team, we all did a good job of getting in the building and learning the new offense. I know the O-line, the receivers, the tight ends, the running backs, they got up here together, and they met almost every day. So I feel like that got us ready to be where we are, to have had a good day one like we did yesterday.
KJ, the quarterback situation gets so much scrutiny, but Ryan has told us this is going to be a long haul. What mentality do you take into what the competition looks like?
Yeah, I think there's competition everywhere, and that's going to make us a better team when it comes time in the fall. Every position is open right now, so everybody's fighting for their keep, and that's just going to push everybody in every room to be the best person they can be at their position.
So many guys from last year's roster got in the portal, not you two. What particularly convinced you, I'm going to stay here, I want to stick this thing out?
Yeah, I'm a hog. So I've been a hog since day one, and I'm going to be a hog till I finish my time in college. So I want this to be the best year that we've had here in a really long time, and I'm going to put all the work in that I can to be the best player for my teammates.
Quincy, I've had a lot of video feedback from readers and viewers, and they want to know when you're going to take on some of those hot sauces, actually.
That ain't happening. Nah, that's not me. Nah.
I told him that was completely unfair what he did to us.
I'm gonna tell you this: if you know me, everybody know I do not eat hot or spicy food. So to get that, because I know last year, I don't know who it was, but they signed me up for it. So I'm thinking, because they had told me we finna eat some wings or whatever. So I was like, all right. So I'm thinking Wingstop, finna eat good. You know what I'm saying? Just get to know me. You feel me? Man, I went in there, I seen that table, and I'm looking at the salsa. I'm like, oh, they got me. So, yeah, not again. Nah, I'm fine.
Coach just told us don't read a ton into who is working with the first unit, but I wonder, guys who you're working with on the D-line, can you talk about some of the new personnel that you have there?
Again, everybody, like KJ said, everybody out there still working, including myself. My spot not solidified either. I got to show up and work every day, and put my best foot forward, and just like I said, show up. So those guys, they all competing for a spot. They all working, and we all just got our heads down, just again trying to be the best team we could be.
KJ, I guess you won the coin flip to take the first team reps on day one. What was that like? Kind of how would you assess day one from a quarterback perspective with you and AJ?
Yeah, day one was good. Everybody in the room had some good plays. I went back and watched everything. So everybody had their moments, and everybody has room to grow too. So in a few hours, actually, we'll go in there together and we'll watch it together. Coach Crams, Coach Mitch, we'll sit down and talk about it, discuss the things we did well and the things we can fix. And like Coach Crams say, we'll create new problems tomorrow, but hopefully we'll scratch some of those problems that we had yesterday off the list.
How prepared do you feel like you are? Like, how firm of a grasp do you have on the playbook with everything y'all are able to do in the preseason? Like, obviously this is the first practice, but did you feel like you had a pretty good grasp on everything?
Yeah, I feel like I have as good of a grasp as I can have on it without running live reps. I've got everything from the install books down, but football is going to be football when bullets flying. There's a different type of game, and that's a different type of learning. You always get you learn more when you're doing it yourself and you're getting those live reps against a defense. So just building up every single day, keeping my feet where I'm at right now is spring ball. We're not going to roll the ball out there and play anybody next week, but by the time fall comes around, I'll be ready.
Your thoughts on some of the wide receivers that you have, particularly the newer guys? What have you seen from like Chris Marshall and just some of those guys? Yeah,
Chris is a big guy, solid hands, and he's gonna go up and get the football. It was great to see Ish back in his form. He looks like he has the even different motor than he had last year in the spring. So he had a really good day yesterday. Jamari Hawkins, he's a real twitchy guy. He's going to win a lot in the slot for us. CJ, of course, he was a guy last year, and he's looking to be a guy again. Who am I missing? Jalen Brown, he's back from injury. He surprised me how fast he's recovered. So he's moving. It looks like he's full speed. They say he's not full speed yet, but if that's not full speed, I'm scared to see what full speed is going to be. AJ, big body, it's good to have him back and healthy. Him and Chris at that X position, they're two big bodies that are going to be hard to cover. And Crutch has a different type of motor in him too. We got a lot of playmakers, and hopefully us in the quarterback room can just get them the ball in space and let them make plays.
Quincy, you feel like there's more depth on the defensive line now?
Yes, sir. Since we running basically 3-4-4-3, however you want to call it, like I said, it just depends. That means we got an extra person, who got a reserve tank. So I think the rotation will be a lot better this year as well.
KJ, when Ryan was previewing spring with us, he said live reps with quarterbacks is still to be determined, which we haven't seen that in years and years. What would your take be on if you're live and how often you're live and all that kind of, he's looking at you.
Man,
I've been waiting for this moment.
I feel like me and Quincy have been talking about this since I got here, but I love to do whatever Coach Silverfield wants me to do. Honestly, I'm the type of guy, I love to go live. I feel like that's even more learning, like I was discussing with you, because it's a different step when you go from practice to live reps too. So if Coach Silverfield wants us in some live reps, then we're going to be in some live reps, and we're going to practice hard that day too.
Because there's always that balance with running quarterbacks. Like, how often do you want to hit Taylor Green? Great runner. You're dual threat as well. How often should quarterbacks get hit? If you were a coach.
If I was a coach, I'm not a coach. I'm not a coach. I have no grasp on it. I just do what the coach says to do. So I'd love to be live. I think that'll do nothing but help me when the fall comes around. So whatever he says goes, and I'll be ready to do it.
Sounds great. Sounds good.
I know it does. I got to show him something too, man. He's been talking on
practice 3. What do you want to see and it's not next practice, but the one after?
Yes, sir. Honestly, just being a defense, I feel like you got to be violent. The coaching staff and specifically Coach Cotton and Coach Wilkins have been preaching to us violence, especially just being a D lineman, because trenches the whole game, physical, hand-to-hand combat, body-to-body, consistently clashing amongst each other. So I just want to see people be violent. A lot of people talk in today's generations, and a lot of people can't back it up. So I just like violence, you feel me? So.
Quincy, this is a little bit random because he's not here yet. He'll come in the summer. But one of your old high school teammates, Jalen Allen, is going to join you. I mean, what can you tell us about him? How excited are you to link up with him again?
That's my dog. I know I seen him. He came on his visit not too long ago. So me and him chopped it up, and I told him about how it is up here, and his mindset that he needs to come up here. Because I told him the difference between last year and this year. Like I tell people this all the time. Like we work. You feel what I'm saying? So I told him when you come in here, just have your head down, remain humble, and try to take in and grasp as much as you can within a short amount of time. Because he come in later, and season is right after that, not too long. Shoot, I'm over here stuttering, but it's not too far from that. So, and then let alone he a great guy. I've been growing up with him for a little minute, so great person to be around, great personality. And I watched his film, and he kind of remind me of myself in some aspects. But to be honest, I think it's a lot of things that he could do, and then he'd be better than me. So he's still growing. He young still, so some things he needs to tweak out, but he got the potential to be better than me. So
it's a superlatives type of question, but players been wearing those. Y'all call them bonnets?
Are you talking about the helmet cap, the Guardians?
The Guardian cap?
Yeah,
Guardian
bobbleheads, airheads.
Yeah, players been wearing those for a while now, but I've never seen the hog logo on the side. Was there any talk amongst you guys about that, or was that a surprise? Or
Well, it was a surprise to me because we didn't have. What was the old ones?
They were just red. They look good. They look good.
I didn't like the old ones. I like the new ones because I see the other colleges on social media, and they be like, "Dang, they got the new Guardians." I'm like, we need to do some upgrading or something.
Yeah.
So
is it just like a sticker, or what is it?
Nah, it's imprinted on the cap.
Okay.
So Coach Silverfield, we got a lot of new stuff. So
yeah. We just got new weights. We just got new weights. You been in the weight room yet?
Yeah. Have I?
No.
How's the lighting in the Fred W. Smith Center?
Bright.
Already brighten things up.
Bright.
Super bright.
You don't got no choice but to be awake when you walking through the doors.
You gonna see it all.
There's not a lot of windows in there.
Well, from what I heard from Coach Silverfield, he said he was gonna take the the indoor light, the windows. He gonna put some newer ones since they outdated and had the sun come through them and everything. But that's a project for later. I don't know when you plan on doing that, but yeah, that's what me and him talked about.
Thanks, guys.
Quick question about the running backs. We're talking to them 2 days from now. What's your take on the running back room? Braylon looks like he's lost some weight. What's your overall take on what you see from the running?
Yeah, Braylon Sutton, Jasper, TJ Hodges, the young guy, Markeelan Batten, and Cam. They're all doing a great job. I was watching some of the film from yesterday, and I think Markeelan, he lined up and caught him a little post for a touchdown. Surprised me. So they all have some different stuff they bring to the table. Of course, Braylon, he's a bigger guy. He has lost some weight, but he's probably still the biggest one in that room. Sut, he's really fast, very shifty. Cam, he's kind of in between all of them. Is a really gritty kid. He's going to pass block for sure. But they all bring something different to the table, and they all done a really good job of learning the offense, and they know where they're supposed to be, and they're going to run that ball hard. They got good competition in that room as well, and it's going to end up making all of them better players.